Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation and much love and respect to you, Akim, out there, pushing this word out in truth and sincerity of the hopeful elect, 144,000. And a shalom to you, Ahmath, that are being obedient and in order. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to go into this word incredulity, all right, because this word is something that we encounter a lot, and it's actually very grievous to the soul, because we have faith, we believe in this, and we understand, and we see it very, very clear, okay, but these other people can't see it, and that becomes, annoying. It becomes frustrating because you're trying to make them see it, but they can't see it, even though it's right in front of their face, and it's very plain and very obvious. This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." You see, and this is what we've been doing. We've been speaking the words of prophecy, and the prophecies that we've been speaking have been coming to pass because they're the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and it's been coming to pass in front of these people's faces, even the ones that are close to us, and they still can't seem to perceive it, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble us. Okay? For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And that's here in a couple months. All these things could be going full throttle. All right? We see that this is coming very, very soon, man. The famine, the destruction, the death, all this is coming very, very soon. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Now, let's look up this word incredulity. Now, the word incredulity, it means the state of being unwilling or unable to believe something. You see? So they're unable to believe the truth that we're giving them, or unwilling. You see, but either way, it's the work of the Lord, because the Lord doesn't want everyone to get this thing, man. You see, so there's certain people that it's really impossible for them to see it, even as it's in front of their face. And if they see it, and they might be able to perceive something for a second, or it might be faint to them for a second, it will be forgotten because the Most High blinded them. You see? So this is Isaiah 6 and verse 8. It says, "Also I hear the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me. And he said, Go and tell this people, Hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not." So they're seeing all these things that we're saying coming to pass. They see, that Esau's pushing for his NWO, for eventually it's going to lead to the chip. And you even have Israelite groups that are under the spell of incredulity because they're not chosen. Okay, you got certain members who are just not chosen. That's why they won't be able to get it. Okay, make the heart of this people fat and their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. And the Most High doesn't want to heal them. This is why. Okay, this is showing you that the Most High is not concerned with the whole nation of Israel. He's not concerned with every single individual amongst our nation. He's concerned with an elect, a chosen group that was created from the foundation of the earth to receive this. Okay, everyone was not created to receive this song. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he said, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate, and the Lord has removed men far away, and there be a great forsaken in the midst of the land. So in other words, until they get destroyed, they're not going to see it. They're not going to get it. That's why there was a certain point where the Lord was fed up with Israel, and he said, what, man? Whoever's to the sword, and whoever's to the famine, man. And the Lord was like, if they die, they die. Okay? He wasn't concerned with them, because they didn't want to listen. They didn't want to adhere. And really, going even deeper, he did not choose them. If he chose them, then guess what? They would have adhered. They would have changed their ways. You see, the same way that we changed our ways coming into this truth. Well, if you're listening to this and you haven't changed your ways, but you're listening to the truth, you better hurry up, because the Lord is not giving out is not going to be giving out tickets of mercy for much longer. I'll tell you that. All right. This is 1 Timothy 4:1. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And those are spirits. And those spirits are actually sent by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. How do we know this? Because who's the hierarchy of the spirits on the left-hand side? Is it not Satan? And who controls Satan? All right. You see? This is Job 2 and verse 1. It says, again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And Satan is a son of the Most High. Okay? And he came to present himself to the Lord. All right? And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, and a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil? And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him, to destroy him without cause? And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. See, so, and then, the Lord basically told Satan to go ahead and try Job, because he knew that Job would pass the test. And that's what's happening with us. Okay, we're being tried through the Spirit. Now, there are certain people that he sends Satan to go and try that he knows is going to fail. So he purposely sends them for the purpose of drawing them away from the truth and drawing them away from salvation. That's the balance. Okay? So let me read this again. It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron, man, which means that they're not going to change their mind. All right, because there's spiritually a hot iron that has their conscience seared. So they're not going to change their mind no matter what you tell them. Okay, the only time they're going to be able to to see the truth is when destruction is at the door. You see, then the more Lord could put inside of them to remember, that their conversation with the prophets, or when they watch the video. And at that time, it's going to be too late. The doors of mercy are not. The time to seek the Lord is when he's near and able to be found. Not when the doors of mercy is closed and judgment is here. No. That's what what's his name? Antiochus, that devil, tried to do. He tried to seek the Lord while he was going through the destruction. Well, it's too late now. All right. And plus he's an Edomite, so the Lord wasn't dealing with him. So this is 1 Timothy 4:3. Forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meats, which the Most High hath created to be received with thanksgiving of them which believe and know the truth. Right? So they start making up their own doctrines, because they think that the Most High is dealing with them. And we've seen that. We see that many times. And recently we see Nas or his gang popping their head back up, and they're through. They don't understand the scriptures. They think that the Roman Catholic Church is Babylon the Great, or the Vatican is Babylon the Great. So, and that's very easy to disprove. Where are the prophets then? If that's the Vatican the Great is the Babylon, where's the prophets? The prophets are supposed to be in Babylon, prophesying. You see? And there's supposed to be a great deliverance from Babylon and a great destruction. That's a small landmass. There's nothing great about that destruction. And why would the merchants be mourning for as if they were getting rich off of the Vatican? Come on, man. You see? But they won't adhere to what we're saying. Why? Because their conscience is seared with a hot iron. Even if they know that we're telling the truth, they won't allow themselves to believe it. Because of what? Because the pride demon. You see? So this is Romans 1:28. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind. And that's what they have, a reprobate mind. To do those things which are not convenient, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud. All right, these are all the characteristics of wicked men. Boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding. All right, and these parents speaking about your spiritual parents, okay, in the spirit. Without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Okay, let's look up this word reprobate mind. Okay, adokimos. And it says, rejected, a castaway. Rejected from who? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, not standing the test. Like I said, the Most High sends these people to test that he knows they're going to fail. He knows the 2/3 are going to fail. He knows these wicked jakes that are not right, that are even amongst us. When he sends a test their way, they are going to fail. Okay, and a lot of them, what they end up doing, they end up falling out the truth, stop coming out. All right, and they just try to forget about the truth altogether. And what proves to you that it's the Most High, all right, and that they're not of the elect, is that even in this time, you have people who've been in this thing for 10 years, and you see the things that you've been speaking about for 10 years plus, or however long, coming to pass now. I'm talking about coming to pass on a great scale. Like, it's just undeniable that it's the work of the Most High. And they still decide to turn their hand to the plow. That shows you that the Most High just did not choose them. Okay? Not standing the test, not approved. All right? Properly used of metals and coins. That which does not prove itself such as it ought. Unfit for, unproved, spurious, reprobate. So and Job was not reprobate. And the Lord knew he wasn't reprobate. That's why he gave him that test, and he passed it. All right, because he was not reprobate. But the rest of you are reprobate, so you're not tested. Okay, you're untested. You're not proved. You're not, because you're not or excuse me, you're not standing the test. In other words, you failed. Okay, you failed the test that the Lord gave you, man. You see. So we have to remember to keep our integrity, man. And the incredulity is very grievous. When we see that people can't get it, and we see these things happening, brothers leaving, and at these times, it bothers us, because it's like, how do you not see what's happening here? How do you not believe that the Lord is on his way back, or that he's bringing judgment? What's wrong with you? That's the way we look at it. But we can't see it from their perspective because our minds are not the same as their minds. The Lord didn't give us a reprobate mind. All right. So all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for that. Okay. This is Matthew's 13 and verse 53. And it says, and it came to pass that when Yahweh Shai had finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, insomuch that they were astonished and said, whence had this man this wisdom and these mighty works? And they heard about the works. They heard about the miracles, the healings, the raising people from the dead, the turning water into wine, whatever, and all the other works that's not written in the book. They've heard about it. Okay, and people have bear witness to it. Okay, is not this the carpenter's son? But they were focused on who he was, or who he came from, or that they knew him. Is not his mother called Mary, and his brethren James and Joses and Simon and Judas, and his sisters, are they not all with us? Whence then had this man all these things? And they were offended in him. But Yahushua said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. Man, and brothers can attest to that, man. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief. So Yahushua wasn't trying to beat the truth into their head. Oh, you don't see it, brother? Well, bring out the map, brother. I'm trying to show you it's the truth. Bring out the map, brother. You see, this is where it was, and they went through the Horn of Africa. They ended up in North America. How else did they get here? And Yahushua wasn't into that. Because Yahushua perceived through the Spirit. Listen, they're not of the elect. And what he did, he didn't show them. No, he could have showed them miracles in front of their face, made them say, oh, wow, oh, yo. But then, since they're not of the elect, since they weren't chosen, they would probably accuse him of witchcraft. You see, just like the scribes and the Pharisees did. Why? Because they were not chosen. Their conscience was seared with a hot iron. They were full of the demon of incredulity. You see? He could have done that. He could have showed them the miracles. He could have showed his brothers. His brothers were scoffing. He could have showed them the miracles. Talking about those two brothers that were not in the truth. They were scoffing. In fact, let me see if I can pull that up real quick, man. Is that Matthew 7, is it? Or Luke 7? It's like, this is Luke 7. Might even be John, Slovakia, is it John? It's the 7th chapter. Gotta lead now. Okay, perfect. This is it. This is John 7 and 1. It says, after these things, Yahushua walked in Galilee, for he would not walk in Jewry, because the Jews sought to kill him. Now the Jews' feast of tabernacles was at hand. His brethren therefore said unto him, depart hence, and go into Judea, that thy disciples also may see the works that thou doest. For there is no man that doeth anything in secret, and he himself seeketh to be known openly. If thou do these things, shew thyself to the world. Okay? He said, if you do it, then show yourself to the world. Okay? For neither did his brethren believe in him. See? So they're telling him, okay, if you're doing all these mighty works, why don't you go show the world your mighty works? All right? You understand? Because they were unbelievers, man. And the Lord could have just showed them the works right there. He could have just said, you know what? Bring me that bread and multiply the bread. Okay? He could have just, he could have did whatever. But he decided not to do it. Why? Because they were not of the elect. And that's the mind state we have to have, man. The apostles have always been pushing that mind state. The elect, the elect, the elect. Everyone else is going to be full of incredulity and unbelief. Not even by their own choice, but by the choice of His Majesty on high, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So that's just the bottom line, man. All right? So don't let the incredulity of them trouble you, because it is troubling. It is annoying. It is grievous, man. You know? And sometimes the demon hops off of them and say, yo, what you've been saying is coming to pass. But then the demon will hop right back on them because they were not chosen. So with that, I'll give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Shalom.